We're celebrating all the hard work and dedication that our 13 pioneers have invested in the project over the last 5 months. As a community office, we understand and we value investing in our communities. Strong leaders in our communities build stronger communities. And we're here tonight in among this exhibition that's rich with information relating to, how the council operates, how we can influence the council. But there's also a human side to this particular project as well. It's all the stories that the women gathered, that our pioneers gathered when they were out in the community in their conversations, and how they then took those stories, those concerns, and reflected them in the exhibition behind me.
The Community Office provides supports to local people to develop projects that benefit the whole community, and one of our key pillars is around community leadership. So this project really showcases the engagement and the inclusion of local people in developing an activity that increases their participation with the local council. It's such an interesting exhibition. It really showcases the talents of the women pioneers. There's a huge amount of work that has gone into it in such a short amount of time. And the issues that are raised among the exhibition are very important to the local council, to the local councillors. And it's just an innovative way of showcasing these issues to help people engage with the local authority policy decision making.
How can we support women in Fingal to raise their voice? And very much in connection to how they can work with the council to create change within their communities. So the project kind of brought those two aspects together. So one is looking at women issues and empowering them. And then the other side is finding the overlap with what are the change that the Fingal County Council can create change in. So we look at that overlap. And how can we enable the women to do that? The women, when they first came into our first leadership training in Swords Castle, they came as individuals. They didn't know each other. Some knew another one person or two, but they very much came with an aspiration to make change. Most of them were part of groups, and you could really feel, I guess, a sense of looking for support, looking for connection with other leaders, like some guidance. And the biggest change is to see that group now being formed and how they lean on each other. We had a WhatsApp group throughout the project, and the offers of support and help really were inspiring. On individual level, I saw the change, like in one person, for example, moving from kind of being more angry and frustrated to being hopeful. So having an avenue to channel the energy and to kind of seeing how change happened. I think the information we gathered through talking to the community, but also interviewing some of the change makers in the community, some of the councillors, the female councillors, it kind of brought things home, I think, for some of the women around, like, for example, the PPN and the importance of being in it and playing a role in it, talking to the councillors. It kind of made things a bit more concrete.
I joined the Fingal Women's Leadership Programme because I'm passionate about women's voices being heard, their issues being brought to people that can make a change. The key learnings that I've learned from the project is a deep sense of togetherness with the women that have joined me on this journey. What I've learned over the past few months will help me more with my community group and the Swords Women Shed ladies.
I enjoy being the foundation of anything new, and I'm glad that I'm a woman, and because it leads you to women leadership and helps you to help the other women in the community. It's impacted me in so many ways. I've been able to think deeper, look inwards, and see what we have on offer and to offer the women of Fingal County. So this will be my board, and so like as you can see, I have the White House here, and that represents politics, and I'm trying to show you on the power trip, and these are the variety of women that could be involved, and you can see it's still a man's world, and so we need more power women to be involved in our local community and the local politics.
I joined the programme because it just sounded so interesting. I've done a lot of community work and I've worked with Fingal in a lot of projects that they've already run, and this one just sounded really up my street. I think it's very important to have the voices of women in our community heard, and yeah, I just love the sound of it. Definitely I've learned the importance of speaking up, being an advocate for other people in the community who don't often have that chance. I've learned so much from the other women about strength, resilience, empowering ourselves and each other, and the importance of community as well. One of our boards is towards the bottom here. It's all about accessibility, inclusion, equality. It's something that we've worked very hard on in our community ourselves, working on access to public transport and amenities, making sure that everybody is entitled to access everything that our community offers. So it was a subject that came up a lot in our community, so we popped a board together about it.
I suppose for me, it was a strong desire to advocate for women's rights and address issues that directly affect women in my community. Huge impact in terms of the stories of women and the challenges and their issues and concerns and hopes and wishes. It's made a huge impact on me. I'd hope for this to continue, for it to grow, and for more issues to be discussed and raised, and have this opportunity with the council to have these open discussions, and to see if we can bring some positive change to Fingal.
Well, I was at an event in Swords Castle, and I heard about it, and my friend said to me, you should apply for that. And when I went home and I looked into it, I decided I'd apply and see what happened. I didn't actually meet the criteria, but when I met the course director, she encouraged me, but also I felt it was something that I could do, and I had something to offer to the actual program itself. What I would love is that people that have participated in the program, all the women, would be heard and be listened to, and maybe in time some changes could come about because of the program. We have a big problem with housing, all right, but a lot of them live in big houses, and they're looking for something smaller now, but they don't want to leave their community, they don't want to leave their area because they're part of groups and that type of thing. And it's something that was stressed a lot, that they wish for step-down housing, but within their own area. And this is what the board here is about. It's like everyone deserves a home, naturally, and it all starts off with having a home, maybe for two people, and then they become a family, and then, how they go about through life. Things get bigger, and then kids leave home, they want something smaller, and they want something that's safe and secure into their old age.
It's been uninspiring. It's been a fantastic event. That's a accumulation of a Trojan amount of work by the 13 women pioneers to have distilled a very kind of complex, very kind of ethereal kind of engagement with the council into very easily understandable communication boards, which is the kind of cornerstone of any change that these women want to see in the communities that they live in. Because the first step in kind of any reform or any change is effective communication. And this is a perfect example of how when women come together. It is extremely important that kind of people engage with their elected officials for their concerns, what they want to see change, but also their ideas of what they see the council kind of progress in the future. It's but not only just engagement with the council, engagement directly with council officials, but also through the public participation network, the PPN, which is kind of a great mechanism that we have here in Fingal to reach out to the wider community, to get that engagement, to get that feedback, but most importantly, for them to get that support.
I have to thank everybody that's been involved in the project, and for ourselves, the community office, it has been an innovative journey. The creativity element of this project allows us to, showcase our community, the work of our community, the concerns that are there in our community in a different manner to people in the public. And we will look to take this exhibition to bring it across the county into our libraries, into our public buildings, so that people can also learn from this leadership programme and learn what are the areas that women are concerned with in Fingal. And I would hope that the women that are participating in this project will go back into their own community groups and drive those issues and concerns to their community groups, like anybody who experienced the exhibition tonight.